Nice.
Okay, nice. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our day's Rust Community Think. And Renjie is not here, and I will help to host this meeting. I will start sharing my screen. Okay. Looks good.
Yep.
Okay. We don't have much thing to discuss in this meeting, and we have started our new release for 0.7, and it's aligned with our monthly schedule about Iceberg Rust release. And as discussed before, Kevin said that it's quite cool and no other thing to pay attention. So hopefully it will be released in next week, maybe. Okay, I think.
Yeah, I just want to call that out. Where we bumped the MSRV to 1.87, and that's aligned with our 3-month schedule, or 3-month schedule.
Okay. Hi, Alex.
Are we trying to tie the Iceberg Rust release calendar at all with the Python Iceberg calendar, since we have that PyIceberg core dependency built into Iceberg Rust?
Yeah, we release them at the same time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we try to be consistent at least, because it makes more sense to mentally map each incremental version, right? Because otherwise you have to look at the matrix. So we try to make it align as much as possible.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah, no, I think that makes the most sense, because I agree that matrix can get overwhelming if you think about it too long.
Right. Yeah. So we only had 2 so far. 05 was the first one, 06 was the second, and now it's 07. And it's been mapped like 1-to-1 with the PyIceberg side. So
perfect.
Yeah. And on the PyIceberg side too, I think we're trying to adopt this like 3 months cadence schedule as well, at least 3 months, right? Because like the last release we had for PyIceberg was like 5-6 months or something, and there were just a lot of features accumulated. So we're taking a page from what Russ is doing and doing that for PyIceberg as well.
By the way, I have a question for PyIceberg. And what's the process about that they are using Iceberg Rust? Currently, we only have partitions in PyIceberg, right?
Yeah. So we have partitioning. The next big thing is it's actually included in 07, which is reading the manifest list and manifest files, which is super cool. So as soon as 07 comes out, we can see if we can get rid of the Avril reader, because that's a special thing we wrote in Cython, and there's a list of issues. So we're like, hey, let's just push it down to Rust. So that one's pretty cool to have, and I think Faco added this to the end of the 0.7 release, so it'll be included. We've been testing with the PyIceberg. We've been using nightly and just testing with PyIceberg, and everything looks pretty good from the unit test standpoint. There was the data fusion table provider that was added. That's the other thing, but so you can from PyIceberg, register a PyIceberg table in the Data Fusion Python context directly and start querying, which is like super nice. And then I think there are a couple more, but that's like work in progress. I think the next big one is scan task. I think we're trying to see if we can just have a clear, like refactor some code on the PyIceberg side and have a clear boundary for scanning. Yeah, I think I have a issue thread that summarizes some of the, PyIceberg, Iceberg, Rust integrations. I think those are the only big 3 that comes to mind right now.
Looks good. I think we can create such a issue to track all those tasks. So maybe we can schedule some work at the Rust side.
Yeah.
Hey, Alex.
Kevin, I might have misunderstood you. Are you hoping to create a new issue, or do we have some boat of issues that already exist?
I had an issue created before.
Okay, gotcha.
And actually closed it last week because I said, okay, the initial part was figuring out what we want to do. So yeah, it'll be a good idea to create another issue to just track some of the pending items or some of the things that we want to push forward. I think they're individual issues. Like I see there's one for use Avo Reader from Iceberg Rust and Iceberg. So it'll be good to have a tracking issue. See, push down Parquet reading to Iceberg Rust. It'd be good to have like a tracking issue for some of these items.
Yeah, I think we can have two. The one is for Pi Iceberg, and the other one is for Iceberg Rust. We can mapping them together and track different tasks we need to take for our two teams.
Yeah, actually, this is a good question I made for you. One of the things that we've been seeing on the Pi Iceberg side is Pi Arrow itself has some feature gaps in terms of like what it supports. Like sometimes, a feature is missing for this specific type, right? And it becomes a bit hard to maintain. Is there similar problem on the Rust side for reading and writing Parquet files, or just reading and writing?
No known problems to me to the Rust side to operate Parquet.
Okay.
But I do find some like logical data types are missing in Arrow Rust.
Yeah.
Something like PA JSON does not exist in Arrow Rust for now, I guess.
Yeah, like one of the things that came up recently was like UUID, UID type, and I'm just trying to figure out like what is more feature complete, and and like the Pi Arrow feature, it takes a while for features to be available in Pi Arrow, and it's huge. So I was like, okay, as we're working on scan task and abstracting that away, can we just use like bring in nano arrow or something very small that just understands the arrow schemas and data types, and then we can push down all of that. Just wondering that actually.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
So the scan in Iceberg is tending to be performant or just like local testing. Since there are some questions in our Slack that talked about the performance about Iceberg Rust. So I'm a bit concerned about that. Do we need to put some effort to improve our performance, or it doesn't matter?
Is this the issue about parallel reading?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. I think we try to be correct first and feature complete.
Okay.
But yes, speed matters too. But I want to have at least a good abstraction layer, and then we can also improve performance over time. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, please.
I feel like one other thing, and Kevin, tell me if you think about this differently. I feel like for a Rust implementation, just kind of given the constraints of the language, we would probably care more about performance on the Rust side than on the Python side. I feel like it's rare for somebody to take on a Python dependency expecting peak performance.
Yeah. I think the concern was probably around whether it will be worse than what Python is right now. Because Rust is the current implementation of Iceberg Rust, I think, is single-threaded when you're reading.
Yeah, it's not optimized. So since when we started to build Iceberg Rust, we are targeting that users were building engines by themselves, like data band and rising wave and many other powerful users. They just need a spec to integrate with Iceberg table, and they don't need the Iceberg Rust to provide a good enough engine like Java and Python have.
Yeah.
So it's a bit tricky if we do want Iceberg Rust to have a good enough engine for user to use. We need to put some efforts in these fields.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some prerequisites on the Iceberg side to make the interface a lot easier to work with. But yeah, we can put those all on the tracking issue. I think those would be good to have.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. Okay, do you want to record them in our docs?
Sorry, what was that?
Good. I have seen you have recorded that, so that's cool. Okay, our next item is to support Iceberg v3.
Yeah, I added that. I think I just wanted to point out that the PR is ready, passing CI, and good to review. So it's on my to-do list to review. But super cool. Thanks to Christian for adding V3 to Iceberg.
I will definitely take some time to take a look.
Cool. And then next one.
Yeah, the next one is code cleanup for builders. I want to clean up some very old issues in Iceberg Rust and to make our code a bit cleaner for us to keep working on that. Since after my leaving of databand and joining LangDB, I can finally find some time to work on Iceberg Rust again. So the first thing is to do some housekeeping. Because we know that that our code needs some more maintainers instead of adding more new features to that. Yeah, I was expect that I can have some discussion about that with Rinjie tonight, but he's not here, so I'll contact him later.
Nice.
And
the builder is for what is the builder for?
Okay. There are two different queries in Rust that they provide a very useful feature. So we can just write one line that marked type the builder. So they will generate code for us directly. We don't need to write the builder API for every struct. That's quite useful for catalog builder and many other APIs that need to provide builder-like API. So, but the deadly thing is we use two different queries for the same purpose in Iceberg Rust. So I think it's the best for us to just remove one of them.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you want to add that, or do you want to ping the Slack channel too, just to get more eyes on it?
Yeah, I think that's worth to ping in the Slack to collect more feedback about that. Actually, I only have one question for do our user want to store the builder in Struct directly? Like, do they want to store a rat catalog builder in a Struct so that they can pass them from A to B or something like that? If they don't need to, we can just store the catalog itself instead of the builder.
Yeah, I think I've seen a lot of use cases, at least on the Iceberg side, of like distributed like multiple threads or multiple processes running. So in the case of REST catalog, I would think having a builder here will be a good way to pass that around. As in, I can serialize
Mhm.
and then deserialize in multiple threads or processes.
Oh, I got it. I
Yeah,
think that's not the builder we mentioned here. Since in Python you can just pass some dict like a JSON or something, so
yeah,
you can pass them through different threads, and we can accept those maps and to build the catalog.
yeah,
And the catalog builder here is a string type builder, so they can have some generic type for this struct, so that you can do many things on that. It's not useful for Python users for the builder API.
yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, I can't think of a concrete use case, but I do support refactoring and making things cleaner whenever.
Okay.
Yeah, because if we leave this, it's going to diverge. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. My other plan is to like work something on Fire IO and make maybe finally make it a trade, so user can do many things over that, like caching or adding more performance API like that. But I think we don't need to cover that in the meeting. I will bring it back to GitHub.
Yeah, I like that. I think I'm interested to kind of use the file IO more. I think it's great to have that abstracted away and all of that. I know there's a ongoing thread about from the original discussion from a way back. Yeah, we can discuss that on the thread or on the Slack channel.
Great. Okay, so Alex, do you have other questions or agenda to discuss?
Just on a personal level, I've been wanting to dig a bit more into Iceberg Rust just because I've been working mostly on the Python side. Is there any like kind of urgent issues or anything that you'd recommend that I could throw some cycles at?
I think our bottleneck is more on review instead of on
Happy
test.
to do that too. I feel like it's the same thing on the
Yeah,
Python side.
Yeah. It's great to get more reviewers, and I think most people, when they think of contributions, they think of like the writing code aspect, but reviewing is just as useful as writing code.
Yeah, I'll spend some time today on that. Try to do some both on both repos.
Yeah.
Great, very helpful. This we have 80 PRs and and only 160 issues to work on. So it's quite hard for us to keep the pace.
Yeah. I'll take a look at. I think we can close some of the issues. Actually, I think there's a few that I already see that are that I know for sure are done. So I'll close them out a little. If you're interested, Alex, I like personally. I want support for the name mapping column presentation with name mapping. It is a little bit difficult though, because I think I took a look, and in a lot of different paths, it is encoded that the field ID is present in when we do the scanning. So I think there's some refactor involved, but it's a fun one.
Absolutely love those kinds of issues. Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, if you just look up name mapping on the issues, I think it should come up.
Perfect.
Great. Okay, that's all. Thank you all for the attending, and meet you 6 weeks later.
Oh,
Oh,
hey, Micah.
hey.
Hey.
Yes. Hello, we are just about to leave.
Okay.
We're just
Hello.
gonna close out.
Just say hi.
Hi. See you guys.
Bye.
Tyler, do you have questions or some agenda to discuss? We can.
No.
then-
I was just showing up to listen in. So
Okay, cool. Thank you.
At the start of it. So
Okay, thank you.
let's see.
Okay,
Bye.
okay, bye.